Today I'm going to read Tom Tom. Tom Tom is written by Rosemary Sullivan and illustrated by D. Huxley. In 2009, this book was honoured by the Children's Book Council of Australia. Tom Tom. Tom Tom lives at Lemonade Springs. Sometimes his mother calls him Tom, and sometimes she calls him Tommy. But his 2 sisters and 3 brothers call him Tom Tom. His 4 brother cousins and 6 sister cousins, both his grandmothers and grandfathers, his 2 other mothers and 4 fathers, his 3 aunts and 5 uncles, his 22 cousins, and all of his other relatives call him Tom Tom too. Can you see them all there in the distance? Every day, Tom Tom, his brothers and sisters, his brother cousins and sister cousins, and his other cousins swim in the Lemonade Springs. The water in the Lemonade Springs tastes just like water. Can you see all of his cousins in the background swimming in the river? The children love to swing on an old rope tied to the branch of a paperbark tree. They swing way, way out and fall splash into the cool, clear water of the spring. Do you see the children climbing the tree? That's something you might do at Bush Kinder. When he is tired from swimming, Tom Tom walks back to Granny Annie's house at the bottom camp. Granny Annie's house is made from tin. She cooks him crumbed steak and eggs for lunch. At night time, he gets a lift with Uncle Harry up to Granny May's house at the top camp. Granny May's house is made of brick. She cooks him fried damper and makes him a pannikin of tea for his supper. Tom Tom sleeps at Granny May's house. He snuggles up with Granny May and Grandfather Joe. They shut the windows to keep the devils out. When he wakes up, Tom Tom gets ready for preschool. He washes in the big laundry tub and runs to get some clean clothes hanging on the fence. His teacher, Miss Jess, drives around in a little white bus. She picks him up at the top camp and drives all the way down to the bottom. At preschool, Tom Tom likes to paint. He paints a picture of the red-tailed black cockatoo, Kutek. The black cockatoos watch him from high up in the stringy bark tree. He plays with dough and makes it into damper, just like Granny May, and pretends to cook it in the frying pan. Tom Tom always plays in the Aboriginal cubby house made out of sticks and paper bark. He makes a pretend fire from wood and orange paper and imagines he is living in the old days. When preschool is finished, Tom Tom asks Miss Jess to drop him off at his Granny Annie's camp. Tom Tom loves to visit Granny Annie. He pats her best goanna dog, Vegemite, and feeds him old pieces of damper. After a while, Tom Tom and all the kids head for the Lemonade Springs. They walk along the wallaby tracks that lead them down the riverbank. Through the long grass, over the big rocks, across the gully, down the sandbank, and into the water. The day is hot, but the water is cold. Tom Tom dives down deep. Past the stripe he's swimming amongst the pandanus roots, reaching out to where the water bubbles out of the earth. One day, when he's bigger, he will touch the bottom. But now he swims back to the top and splashes in the sunlight with the other kids.